Hi, I'm Tom Shu, and today I'm going to teach you guys a few tricks about selections. First of all, what is a selection? A selection is nothing more than a mask. You can draw a circle, and everything outside of this circle will not be affected by any type of adjustment that you make. Say, for example, if you went in and changed the curves, you can see that only this top area, this where we made our selections, being affected. Let's back out of that. Let's undo. Say, for example, if we grab a paintbrush and we paint on the outside, nothing's going to happen. But if we paint on the inside, it will happen because everything else is masked off. So let's Control Z to back off, Command Z on a Mac to undo. So basically, there's two sets of areas you'll make selections. You have your marquee selections, which are rectangular, elliptical, then you got single row, vertical, and horizontal. And then you have your lasso tools. All of these can be combined together to make intricate selections. Say, for example, if we want to draw a square, you can see that this is kind of an unconstrained square. It can be a rectangle, it can be whatever you want. But if you were to hold the Shift key, it would constrain it, meaning that we'll get a perfect square. Now, if you hold down the Alt key, instead of drawing it from the corner to corner like this, if you hold down the Alt key, it will draw from the center out. And if you combine that with the Shift key, you'll get a perfect square from the inside out. That's the same as if you're working with the oval tool or the ellipse tool. So we hold down the Alt key, we're going to get this oval from the inside out. And we hold our Shift key, we'll get a perfect circle coming inside out. Okay, so if we hover on the outside, you see we have our crosshair. If we go on the inside, we can move around our selections and place them where we need them. If we want to combine selections, if we hold down the Shift key, you can see that we can make another circle over here or another one over here. We can actually overlap the circles and combine them into intricate shapes. We can also subtract them. Say, for example, I wanted to make a donut-shaped hole. If I hold down the Alt key, which is the Option key on a Mac, and I drag in the center, you can see that I've just created that hole where this center part is no longer selected. You can hold down the Control key, and the Control key is the Command key on the Mac, and you'll see that it gives you this arrow. This will move this around, or it will give you a pair of scissors if you hover inside an active area of your selection, and it will cut out and move away. So it's like a cut and paste kind of thing, but you have the freedom to move things around. Selections are also can be combined. Let's back up a little bit. Combined with our lasso tool. So if we hold down our Shift key, we can combine a selection. Say if we wanted to add in this part of this lens, you can see that it just added that in. We can also subtract by holding down the Alt key. So say, for example, we come over here and subtract this area, and it got rid of that selection. Let's deselect this. One of the most critical things you'll do is trying to extract things, is you can rough things in. But if you zoom in on objects, you can make really precise selections. So, for example, we can draw, but if you let go of this lasso tool, it's going to complete your selection for you. We'll deselect that. We'll start up here, and we'll start to make our selection around this lens. Don't let go of the mouse, and if you hold down the space bar, it will let you move the screen because it brings up the move tool. So when we get done selecting this lens, we can use those same tools to clean up our selection. But being zoomed in, you get a lot more detailed selection. And for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going pretty fast, not being too cautious here. So we've selected. Let's zoom back out. And you can see that I've made a selection around that. Then you could go into your refine edge and do things like that. So that's it. Selections at their basic level and a few tips on how to work with them. I want to thank you all for taking time to visit my blog today. And until next time, we'll see you soon.